Good morning. I will discuss to you our last topic for this semester for our subject CE project. The topic is all about writing and packaging the proposal. After considerations of the areas that a project proposal should have, nalaman nyo na kung ano yung mga dapat yung ilagay sa inyong project proposal, you are now ready to write and package your proposal. There are a variety of styles that can be used in writing a proposal. It is important that the interest of the targeted audience is captured. Sa inyong capstone project, ang kailangan makapture nyo ay yung approval ng inyong panel para ma-implement nyo yung inyong proposal. But in real life, yung mga proposal o yung mga proponent, ang gusto nilang makapture dito ay yung likelihood of marketing the project. The acceptance of the project may be attributed to a well-researched and carefully prepared proposal. Okay? Para sa inyo rin, okay? Para ma-aprobahan yung inyong proposal, kailangan well-researched at carefully prepared yung proposal nyo at na-address nyo yung particular problems and need ng target beneficiaries yung or yung end user nyo. It is important that the writer of the proposal must know what the readers, yung project evaluators, in your case, ay yung inyong mga panelists, kung ano yung mga hinahanap nila at ano yung dapat na ma-strive para ma-satisfy yung needs ng inyong end user or target client. A good proposal must be, una-una, up-to-date. Information presented must be most recent. Hindi pwede yung mga 1970s na data, 1980s or 1990s. Okay, it must present the latest available data at kailangan indicate nyo kung saan yung mga sources of information na to. Kung ito ay valid or realistic. Thorough. It must have captured the necessary considerations in the project. Kaya yung pinakamaliit na detalye dapat nakuha nyo at nailagay nyo para ma-justify na napag-aralan yung maigi yung inyong proposal. It must be able to define the necessary outputs and outcome. Kailangan malinaw na na-specify nyo na ito yung mangyayari o makukuha natin when the program is implemented. Technically accurate. Okay, being a civil engineering student, dapat yung mga technical details nyo ay accurate. Okay, tama, ginamit nyo yung mga code at nakabase ito sa standard sa pagdidesign ng isang proyekto. It must have a logical basis for the certain technologies and must ensure that these are doable. Yung mga ginagawa nyo mga proseso, dapat na-ensure nyo na kaya itong gawin at hindi ito parang isang imagination lamang. Coherent. Kaya dapat tugma-tugma yung mga ginagawa nyo, yung mga proseso nyo. The proposal ideas and agreement must be logical. Ideas should be knit together and strongly defensible. Dapat walang butas na makikita doon sa mga proseso para ma-implement yung project, para ma-depensa nyo to na ito ay doable. Well organized. Okay. Anyway, bibigyan ko naman kayo ng format kung paano nyo i-organize yung inyong proposal. Okay. It has a clear provision for implementing the project using the technical elements of the project proposal. Responsive to the client requirements kasi ito yung kailangan ma-sustain or ma-achieve nyo yung acceptance ng kliyente niya. At dapat mas responsive yung output ng proyekto. It must show that the project will address the needs of the identified target beneficiaries and the specific outcomes indicated can be sustained. Okay? Hindi yung nakapasa lang siya, sustainable or dire-diretsong pwedeng ma-implement yung project na na-define nyo and beyond the project resources. Why do we need to package the proposal? The objective of the proposal is to sell an idea to an individual or particular group of people. Okay? In your case again, ang group of people na kailangan nyo convince ay yung panel. The writer therefore are expected to know what they are selling. Being the proponent, dapat alam nyo kung ano yung nilalaman ng proposal nyo. At acquainted kayo dito. Okay? At alam nyo yung salient point or yung features na masasabi nyo ito yung magandang magagawa ng proposal nyo. All information to be included in the proposal must be arranged in a coherent manner dapat easy to read. Dapat hindi nyo i-consider na yung babasa rito ay mga engineer at alam na nila kung ano yung nilalaman ng proposal nyo. Dapat i-consider nyo na kahit sino ay pwede maka-access sa proposal nyo at dapat naiintindihan to kahit ano yung level ng edukasyon nila. Comprehend and be aesthetically malinis, appealing yung inyong packaging. Pictures, graphical presentation, charts, graphs, and the like, ilagay nyo para ma-enhance yung overall appeal ng package nyo. Format and content of a captions project proposal. Yung introductory nito, siyempre dapat meron kang cover page, acknowledgement kung sino yung mga nakatulong sa project nyo, executive summary o yung brief information about your project proposal, table of content, list of figures, and list of tables. Sa chapter 1, nandun yung introductions nyo. Meron kayong background, project description, objectives, scope of work, yung mga standard codes ang ginamit nyo, and most especially kung ano yung work plan activities nyo, at paano nyo ito in-schedule. Design alternatives. Okay? Dito, i-discuss nyo kung ano yung unang alternative nyo, ikalawang alternative, or kung may pangatlo or pang-apat. Okay? Then, i-define nyo kung paano nyo ito pinili, ano yung mga criteria na ginamit nyo, at paano kayo nakapag-decide. Okay? Then, kapag meron na kayong napili na alternatives, i-discuss nyo kung ano yung framework ng selected alternative nyo. Project design. Okay? Ito yung na-discuss natin doon sa mga module natin. Okay? Hindi lahat dito ay pwedeng applicable doon sa naiisip nyo. Maaaring yung iba rito ay hindi applicable or maaaring lahat ito ay pwede nyo ilagay sa inyong package. Okay? Pwede nyo ilagay dito yung marketing aspect, pero importante na hindi dapat mawala yung technical study kasi being a civil engineering student, dapat detalyado nyo na ilagay yung technical study ng inyong proposal. Financial and benefit cost analysis, social impact assessment, environmental impact assessment, and the organizational study. Chapter 4 and Chapter 5, okay, ito ini-include para sa final project manuscript nyo. Okay, nilalagay ito para sa CA project 2 kung ano yung nandito nilalagay yung project performance at saka yung summary ng project nyo. Okay, kasi i-evaluate kung yung project nyo, yung result ng evaluations ay na-meet yung objective. Okay, ilalagay nyo rin doon sa chapter 5 yung findings and conclusions at kung ano man yung recommendations para ma-improve yung proposals nyo. Okay, then sa last part, okay, ilalagay nyo yung lahat ng references nyo, yung annexes nyo, kung ano yung mga software and hardware na ginamit nyo, yung specifications of tools and equipment na ginamit nyo, yung mga excerpt ng codes and standard na ginamit nyo para maibigay na tama yung ginagawa nyo. Appendices, kung meron kayong mga calculations, mga design calculation, estimate, etc. Kung gusto nyo ilagay, pwede nyo ilagay ito dito. Mga maps or manual, charts, etc. Okay. Dito is ipapakita ko sa inyo yung template na pwede nyong gamitin para makagawa kayo ng isang buong project proposal. Pero ang isasabit nyo lang sa akin yung chapter 1 hanggang chapter 3, including yung introductory at saka yung nasa rest page ng inyong manuscript nyo. Okay. This is an example or this is yung template na pwede natin gamitin para sa project proposals nyo. Okay. Ilalagay nyo yung title nyo, sino yung mga group members nyo, okay, sino yung napili nyong advisor, at isasubmit nyo ito hindi sa akin, kundi sa Civil Engineering Department or sa Faculty ng Civil Engineering. Okay. Then, acknowledgement, executive summary. In this part, the team member describe the project idea at yung purpose. Then, isa-summarize nyo. Okay. Dito ay wala pa yung conclusion kasi hindi po nyo pa naman na-implement yung project. Kaya, project idea at saka yung objectives lang, okay na rito sa executive summary. Okay, table of content, list of figures, list of tables, introduction. Okay, sa introduction, nandito yung background. Ano yung background ng problem? Ano yung cause and effect niya? Sino yung target community ano yung target community profile? Sino yung end user na gagamit ng inyong proposal? Pati na rin yung market description. Sa project description, is ilalagay nyo rito yung mga review nyo. Okay? Yung about the conceptual literature at yung related literature. Kung yung inyong project proposal ay existing na, may mga literature yan. At i-discuss nyo kung paano ito nakatulong sa community using yung mga literature na nagamit nyo. General description of the project and significance of the project. Bakit kailangan gawin yung proyekto na naisip nyo? The objectives. This can be breakdown sa general objectives at specific objectives. Scope of work. Okay. Dito naka-describe yung work to be performed at ano yung limitations ng inyong study. Standarded codes. Ang ililista nyo lang dito ay yung mga codes na ginamit nyo. Okay. Work plan and schedule. Nandito yung work breakdown structures for the task to be done in doing the project proposal. Kasama na rin yung literature review, kung task identification, hanggang do sa presentations ng final proposals nyo. Design alternatives. Okay. Alternative 1 and alternative 2. Selection, criteria, and decision making. Operational framework of selected alternatives. Then dito sa project design, nandito yung marketing aspect, technical study. Okay. Sa technical study, andyan yung technical information, yung mga preliminary research nyo, yung implementation activities nyo, yung production process nyo, plan and specification, building, labor, equipment, operation, cost estimate nyo, yung work schedule kapag i-implement na yung project, financial and benefit cost analysis. Maaring isa lang ang ilagay nyo rito, pwedeng gumamit kayo ng net present value, benefit cost ratio, or internal rate of return. Social impact assessment, sino yung target group, ano yung socio-economic impact ng project sa mga target group nyo. Then, yung environmental impact assessment, yung setting, at saka yung environmental management measures na naisip nyong gawin para malesen yung impact nito. Okay. Then, organizational study, yung organizational structure, kapag natapos na yung project, sino-sino yung dapat mag-manage nito, sino-sino yung mga tao na kailangan dito, etc. and so on. Ano yung personal requirement and job specification para ma-sustain yung implementation ng project. Then chapter 4 and chapter 5, ito ay para sa CE Project 2. Then your reference, pwede nyo gamitin yung formatting na nandito para ma-cite nyo yung mga references na ginamit nyo. Software and hardware use, kung gumamit kayo ng AutoCAD, GIS, o mga mobile phone applications, i-identify nyo rito. Okay, appendices. And ito yung general formatting para pare-pareho yung submissions nyo. Kung gaano kalaki yung margin, ano yung line spacing, ano yung text ng, ano yung type and size ng font para sa heading and subheadings, etc. and so on. Okay. Then, this end my discussions and paki-browse na lang yung ating sample feasibility study report. Yung sample feasibility study report, hindi ito capstone project study report. Iba ito. Ito ay nagawa pa nung nakaraan, matagal na. Pero yung ibang laman nito ay halos parehas nung nasa capstone, para sa capstone proposal. Pwede nyo pagbasihan kung paano ginawa itong feasibility study report para makopya nyo or malaman nyo kung paano ginagawa yung capstone proposal. Okay, this ends my presentation and thank you very much for listening.